I do think I want all the answers, and I want the answers now. I don't want to be sitting there surprised. After what they did to me last week with Jen and Son, I got no time for these people.
Hurley is so dead. That's the only prediction that I have.
Well, first of all, he might as well be dead when he was just sobbing in a big fucking pile of hairy fucking mess. Seriously, he cried like his fucking grandfather died in front of him.
He gets attached to people way too quickly.
After saying that, he may be way too quickly. He was on an island with these people for 7 years.
What?
But the way he was crying, he might be the greatest actor who's ever lived. Because he was crying for fucking real. He was crying like he doesn't know where his paycheck's coming from in 2 weeks.
Well, that's why. They said the show's almost over. There's your motivation.
Yeah, that would work for fucking me.
I do want to see how the numbers come into play. That's all Hurley's gimmick. He played those numbers to win the lottery. That's one of the few mysteries that I want solved.
Well, we know already. It's their numbers that pertain to them for this fucking list of candidates.
Well, you know everything, huh?
I just pay attention, Dave. I just pay attention.
Mr. Lost over
here. I pay
here.
attention.
I'm talking Mr. Echo.
Come on, that was Fez's favorite dead guy, and he doesn't get to see him again. My favorite dead guy? Jesus. Living dead.
People love the Mr. Echo. I was never like, kill him. The fuck?
You know how everybody always likes to be, act like a big black guy is great.
Yeah, but...
You know, it's the blind sign gimmick. Right. Like, hey, big black guy!
I know, we give him too much. What did he do?
What up, big black guy? You ever fucking be at a party and a big black guy comes in and everybody acts like they want to get him a beer?
Yep.
Hey, what's up?
My friend Bear, who was a football player, he was so fucking popular.
Right.
It was a goddamn pimp, might as well have walked in.
Now, here's the thing. Have you ever went to an all-black party as a white guy?
No, but I've been to majority black parties.
It's really interesting because everybody will just ignore. They will not be like, oh, let me go out of my way to make you feel comfortable.
To talk to the white guy, right, yeah.
You got to always do the same thing. You guys ever smoke this? And then that fucking everybody suddenly is like, what? Come here, let's talk.
Well, I just crossed my fingers that there's a basketball game on and I could give them my sports knowledge.
Yeah, because that's what they're looking for.
Well,
bringing up fucking Larry Bird for the 800th time.
He's a good player, guys. Jerry West.
Walton,
come on.
You walking in wearing your fucking Sun shirt.
Steve Nash.
Did you see what Steve Nash did with one eye?
He looked like Glass Joe on the court, dribbling the basketball.
I know, but here's the thing to love about Steve Nash. Then he takes that, because he looks like a fucking idiot. The whole eye is closed. And then he goes out, 5 assists, 10 points in the fourth.
I mean, wait, listen.
And finally fucking shut down that team that's embarrassed them for years.
Sweep. They swept the Spurs of all teams. So it's Suns-Lakers finals now. And it's going to be a great series. That is the series to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching them all now. We're fucking getting close.
Yeah, well, the big game is tonight, Game 5 in Cleveland. And whoever wins this has got the series.
All right, there you have a little radio psychic.
Radio psychic, radio psychic, radio psychic.
Davey Mack's calling it.
There's no way the Cavs win this game and then lose Game 7. I mean, they might lose Game 6, and then conversely, if the Celtics take tonight, there's no way that they lose at home.
Steve Nash looked like not only did his eye get closed, but somehow he shaved his eyebrow off.
And his left eye grew bigger. It was like a sloth from Goonies.
You ever notice that the Spurs just beat him up, just physically beat him up every single year?
That haircut of his, he does look like that kid you want to punch in high school. Just that kind of surfer hair where they're always putting the hair behind their ears like that. I hate that fucking look.
Says somebody stole a check from you?
Oh, yeah. Brandon was his name.
Don't you just hate Brandon? He's a dick.
I guess I could have boiled it down to one guy.
You know who's Brandon? Everyone always tries to fucking get other people to hate that guy.
You guys can't relate to my obscure haircut reference?
Well, here's what happens. Some fucking guy will do nothing but pick up the chick that you like, that you haven't told anybody about.
Right.
And then suddenly you're like, he's the biggest cock in this whole school.
The guy actually had a great, pleasant personality, but I went to a prom with this girl, and he played guitar at the thing. Just came to the prom party with no chick, played guitar, and then ended up fucking my date.
Well, here's the thing.
And I'm like, you fucking asshole with the guitar already. That's the detriment about being a drummer. You can't just go in there, hey! People are like, what the hell?
Let me tell you something. You couldn't get laid with a fucking pool. Nothing would work for you. But you got to think of it the other way. This other girl is having the worst prom ever. She fucking goes with a fucking ginger. He's drunk, throwing up.
I was doing her a favor. It wasn't even my goddamn prom, you bitch.
So you've forgiven her?
It was my friend who had a girlfriend, and she's like, I have a friend who who has no date for the prom. Will you go with her?
Yeah.
And then I went with this girl, and I'm expecting some action because I'm doing you a favor, going to your fucking shitty public prom, high school prom, and then the guy bangs her.
Well, so you didn't even know the girl
in the
before?
Same room, like they banged in a sleeping bag. Yeah.
Well, what were you doing? Just jerking off in the corner?
I was fucking drinking and
jerking off.
Watching them have sex?
I was listening to them have sex.
Nice.
It was humiliating. What do you mean nice?
Why do you get up, walk in the other room? You fucking loser. Why stay there and take the punishment?
I don't know. See, my Glass Joe thing wasn't so off, was
No,
it?
it's actually pretty on. It's pretty fucking close. And I laughed, but I just thought to myself, has everybody played the Mike Tyson video game in the 80s?
Absolutely. There's a new one out for the Wii and shit. Getting big reviews.
Do an impression of what happens when Glass Joe gets punched in the stomach.
Well, I guess he's kind of like, oi, 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 oi. And then,
It was always fucking fun when you know you turned on that prick. And I didn't even mind fucking, like, being out of the game because I know I'd restart with Glass Joe.
Yeah.
I go, fuck it, at least I get Glass Joe again.
oh, he's such a piece of shit. It was so fun. I wish it was just a whole game of Glass Joes. But I could still play the game. I actually bought the old school version for my Wii.
Oh, sure, you were doing that while your fucking prom date was getting banged on the floor in front of you.
Yeah, fucking asshole. I'll never talk to either of them again.
They're
Fuck
married
them.
now. Brandon, would you like to be Mrs. Brandon Surfer Kid?
Yeah. Forget her name, though. I forget
Later,
her
I'll
name.
bang you with my guitar. You're a fucking poor, pathetic
This
excuse.
guy might as well have been the guy on the staircase in Animal House. Like, it was that gay. Like, he was like, my love a cherry. He wasn't even singing good songs.
That's the guy who did the song On and On in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of his fucking name right now.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Bill
guess.
Monroe?
What?
Bill Monroe?
No. What the fuck are you going back to the 30s on me?
He's thinking that My Love a Cherry was the song.
No.
Bill Monroe
Look
did
for
that
the song On and On that came out about the same time as Animal House came out.
And so that's what it was. It wasn't even good.
He
like
also
music.
did the fucking theme to Arthur.
Oh, really?
They'll be yelling Arthur. Yeah, the Al Pacino,
Pacino movie, yeah.
When Al Pacino fucking had the Brady Bunch for some reason.
That was the official, like, okay, Pacino's gonna be, his career is gonna be done for a little while, and hopefully he'll climb out of
He
it.
took 5 years off after that movie.
Yeah, because it was that Cruising, where remember he's in like all the gay clubs.
He was in a gay thing, yeah.
And I
well,
think,
he tried to come back from Cruising by just doing something family friendly because they were furious with him over Cruising.
well, it's just a bad movie.
Well, but even the gays were mad at him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it made the gays look like fucking serial killers. Who is this? Bill Monroe?
Stephen Bush Bishop.
Stephen Bishop.
Bishop.
Steven Sprint.
All right.
No, he was fucking it up.
I know
Pepper
he was, but that doesn't make that the fucking new go-to thing. Watley's been sitting here front row center trying to get his fucking shit back together.
It's Pepper I was making fun of.
I know, but you did it by doing the fucking thing that you busted Fez's balls about earlier today.
I didn't realize.
And today was his all-time worst crash.
All right. I saw Fez get on the elevator today, and I decided just to let him go.
Yeah.
And get my own elevator because I didn't want to freak him out. Just let him go up by himself.
Do the same thing for me. Don't ever have any one-on-one time with me. You know who you should have left alone? Your fucking prom date when she was banging on the fucking floor with Stephen Bishop.
No, it's terrible. They tried to do it under the pool table. And
Find me the theme to Arthur. I don't know the fucking name of it, though. But it has milk and cookies in the fucking song. like fucking being with you is like eating milk and cookies or something. This is the Pacino movie that is so like Brady Bunch, and yet I will swear to you, I've watched it 30 fucking times.
Yeah, it's always on.
It's a good movie to fall asleep to.
Yeah, and that like one Jewish son of his who has
Yeah.
all the one-liners, and you're like, okay, you're the funny one, I guess.
Yeah, he was. He was the funny one. He was also the kid in Bad Boys that fucking was like a pyro.
Is it
Remember-
called It's Only Love?
I don't fucking know.
I think that might be it. I'll try on YouTube.
Try YouTube that shit. I know in the fucking theme song, fucking Milk and Cookies shows up and an Al Pacino. You gotta fucking feel like he was at the theater and going into the fucking Sprint recliner. Just like, I can't let anybody see me here.
It's not even on YouTube. This is an obscure one.
I know, it's very fucking weird. All right, I'm gonna Amazon it.
So when did he climb out of it? Was that Sea of Love kind of turned it around?
Yeah, it did.
And then pretty soon afterwards, he had, I think he actually had like Dick Tracy, which people thought he was great in. Then
Yeah,
came
but
The
nobody
Godfather.
liked that.
Then came Godfather, and then came, I think, Scent a Woman, where he got the Oscar.
Well, they were embarrassed when they handed him the Oscar. They're like, this is ridiculous. We haven't given this to you yet.
Yeah, and it was.
I feel like a dick.
They should have. Especially for Godfather 2. I'm seeing
All right,
it.
see if it's called Coming Home to You. Yeah,
Coming
that's the
Home?
name of it. Because I got it off the IMDb. Coming Home to You.
By Stephen Bishop.
Oh, by the way, Stephen Bishop didn't do it. It's Michael Franks. I can't believe how much this guy sounds like Stephen Bishop. It's fucking just ungodly. It's without a god.
Michael Frank's Coming Home to You. Yeah, here it is on the cover.
Yeah.
If YouTube ever loads. Here we go.
Now, if you're fucking Al Pacino, you got to be thinking to yourself, 10 years ago I did The Godfather. And this is the way this fucking movie's starting.
About 5 years ago, I did Serpico.
If I ever got lost wherever I'd be, you'd be the first to come looking for
You
me.
can't come back from this. You can't get a movie started.
Know what to say.
We should just black out the 80s. Like a Stalin thing.
Give and forget, not making mistakes. Pick up the pieces of something.
Even the
I can get
the album cover is.
Knowing at the end of the day, you're there.
Listen to this.
Coming home to you's like coming home to milk and cookies. Coming home to where the love is. Waiting at the door for me.
It's like a song about Santa Claus.
If we ever have a fight, doesn't mean the world is coming to.
You just basically want to get people to forget that you were just in a gay slasher flick.
It's always
By fucking starting this way.
and a friend.
All right, well, it's been about 35 minutes since we've heard from you.
Yeah, I think I've chilled.
What were you doing there over the past 35?
Just trying to calm myself down.
When what's on my mind needs listening.
And trying not to focus on the panic. Just do the stuff that my therapist taught me to do.
What was that?
To just give the panic a shape and a size and a color and move it further and further away from me.
What was the shape? Snowman?
No, it was like a globe. It's like a dark blue globe.
What color?
Dark blue.
And
Like a navy blue.
how far away?
It was like right in front of me, in front of the table, and I got it to shrink and put it like out the door.
How far? Oh, so it's right out the door now?
It's kind of, yeah, it's like, but it's very, very tiny. It's like a pea size, right? I couldn't get it to go completely away.
Why don't you take down this fucking crazy song while Fez is talking? So, It's right outside the door. It's a pea size, but it's waiting for you. Like if you go to the bathroom, it could jump on you.
Yeah, it's out there. I couldn't get it any further away or any smaller as I was working on that.
So the thing is, though, if you can just imagine it outside that door and just think that it's getting bigger and bigger and darker, and then it's at the door. It's trying to get in here.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that part. No.
Panic is at the door!
No, you don't want to do that part where it's big. All right. And then when you fuck with the lights and turn them on and off, it's really bad. All right, yeah. See, I didn't give it a sound.
Well, this time might help you.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help.
You cannot escape panic coming this summer.
It's a big ball of panic.
Blue orb of panic.
Is it under the table?
No, it's. I'm trying to keep it outside the door despite the banging.
Oh my God, those vents! It could come through the vent!
It could.
You made it small enough to come through the vent!
It could if I let it. Yeah, I can see it squeezing through there. Kind of oozing through.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? It's just panic. It's no different than anything else.
Except that it changes sizes and growls now. Probably do need to close those vents.
Then you'll cut off all your air supply. That would, I would think, make the panic monster ball even bigger.
Speaking of air supply, they even thought that Arthur theme sounded pussy. They're like, what's with those guys? Sound fucking gay.
Fags.